is the first day of the Auto Expo, or what they now call the Motor Show. This is a fair which is held every 2 years, and arguably this is the biggest motoring extravaganza in India. Traditionally this fair has been held in Pragati Maidan, but this year it has moved to the suburbs of Delhi in Greater Noida into a new venue. And it's now time for me to walk inside and see what the exhibitors have lined up. Time for me to see what our homegrown manufacturer Tata Motors has been up to. In fact, they launched two cars this morning, the Bolt and the Zest. What is the Bolt about? This is what I have with me. Basically, the Bolt is the same as the Vista in terms of the platform. She shares the same platform, which is called the X1 with the Vista. But where the Bolt really differs and has changed is in terms of the styling. She now has a different front end, the rear end too has changed, and so has the interiors. And even the wheels. Now she rides on 15-inch alloy wheels, which gives her a higher stance and a more sporty look. But if you open the bonnet of the car, especially the diesel one, you will find that she is still powered by that same 1.3-litre quadrajet engine. But in the petrol variant, she is powered by that Revtron engine, the new engine that Tata has launched, and that's more powerful. So essentially the Bolt is a car which is sportier, which is faster, and which is much more attractive to look at than the regular Vista, and that will give any buyer a different choice. I'm here at the Ford stand, and what I have with me here is right now a concept. It's basically the Figo, which has been extended with a boot. And Ford plans to launch this at some point this year as a 3-box booted version of a Figo. Rest of the things, of course, remain the same.
For us, the Figo has been very successful. We've been very proud of that. What we're looking to do is expand our market coverage in the huge B segment within the country.
Unfortunately, at this point, I cannot open the door and show you the interiors because the car is locked. This is still in a concept stage. But what I can expect in times to come is that it will be quite similar to what the Figo is, but perhaps with the addition of some features which will make it more premium and obviously justify the increased price tag. The booted version is sure to have a price tag which is more than the hatchback, as in the case of most of the booted cars. But then you get more space, so you have to pay a little bit more.
And if you look around, we have a concept car there. We show also the flagship of the new Range Rover, long wheelbase, the autobiography Black, and we show the absolutely flagship from a pure performance, drivability point of view, the F-Type Coupe here. So I'm quite sure that the Indian customers will really go for this very special product.
Now, while Rajiv is checking out all the new modern cars at the Auto Expo, I'm looking into the future with the cars of tomorrow. That's right, the concept cars. Now, this wild, radical little thing that we've got here is called the Kwid, Renault Kwid. What it is, yes, it's obviously a concept car. As you can see, very futuristic styling, very modern design, and what I love about it is the off-road feel with the chunky tires and everything. So I don't know what these guys are trying to explore, a mini crossover or something, whatever. I love it. Now, the unique thing about this car is, apart from all the technical innovations that are there as a test bed in this particular car, they have something that they call the Flying Companion. Now, what is it? It's a remotely operated thing that's over here. You can see now this takes off from the rotating rear portion of the car, and this can be set on a predetermined flight path, or you could even control it manually via the touchscreen tablet that you see over here inside the car. Now, this particular thing allows you to, take it out and maybe scout the road ahead for obstacles or traffic jams, or even take pictures. So let me just try and give it a run. You guys have a look at what else is there. Harley-Davidson finally launched its much-awaited Street 750 at the 12th Auto Expo in New Delhi at a very, very tempting price of about 4.1 lakh rupees. Now this bike is powered by a Revolution X 750cc engine which is mated to a 6-speed gearbox. Now what is interesting about this bike is it is specially been designed for city and the urban traffic. So the whole point about this bike is that it's going to be very easy to maneuver in city traffic conditions with typical stop and go kind of traffic, and that is the USP of this bike. Another very interesting thing about this bike is that this bike can be customized from a 500-page catalog that is available at your Harley dealership. You could easily take this bike and get a custom paint job, something like this that we see here, customize it with a nice little backrest that you can see on this bike. And if you are into the touring type and that is the kind of person that you are, well, even the Street 750 can be customized and made into something like this. You get your front windscreen over here, you get your nice saddlebag, a tank saddlebag, a rear saddlebag over here, and that will totally transform the character of the bike. Or if you're still not happy, you can even go for something like that. Typical Harley-Davidson colors, aftermarket exhaust, aftermarket air filters, aftermarket wheels even, which will really change the character of this bike, and that does make this thing something out of the ordinary. What do you try to do? You try to take away the bread and butter from Enfield, or you try to turn this into the Enfield?
No, not at all. You know, in fact, I mean, when we talk about a Street 750 starting at 4.1 lakhs, we're still double the most expensive Enfield. We're in a different category by itself. And of course, you know, we know that all Enfield enthusiasts, a lot of them are future Harley owners. So it's a very complementary relationship.
So what can you expect from Hyundai at this Auto Expo? Obviously this, the third generation Santa Fe which they just launched. Prices starting at rupees 26 lakhs for the two-wheel drive with manual transmission, going all the way up to 29 lakhs with a four-wheel drive and an automatic transmission. Santa Fe has always been an SUV meant for the value conscious. It was loaded from top to bottom even initially when it was launched, but the sticker price was very affordable. Things seem to have slightly changed as the price positioning will now move it up the price ladder, and it's not really meant for the value conscious anymore. But at the same time, you get a car which is sharper designed, better looking, current generation with a much more fuel efficient engine, and obviously the interiors too have been worked on. So overall, this is an SUV which will play with the big boys.
Well, hanging around with the concept cars was a lot of fun, but now let's get down to something more practical. Get something that looks every bit as delicious and enticing as the concept cars out there. Have a look at this. This is the Chevrolet Camaro, and not just any Camaro, this is the ZL1, the biggest and the baddest daddy of them all. Now this car has a lot of history. It's been around for almost 50-60 years. We've seen the classic shape of this car, and now in its latest avatar it looks every bit as enticing as the earlier one. What is so special about this particular one is that it comes in the Bumblebee color scheme, which was made famous in the movie The Transformers. I'm sure you've seen this one. Recollect this car? Yes, this is very particularly the same kind of paint scheme that was there on that car. So I think I'm going to have a lot of fun hanging around with my movie star. What do you have to say, Rajiv?
If Vineet thinks he's having fun with the concept cars, then wait till he sees what I have got. The red hot original muscle car out of Detroit. This is as iconic as it gets. The Corvette Stingray. 624 Newton meters of torque, 455 horsepower. She is red hot, and I can't wait to get in behind the wheels. Wait till Vineet sees this one. I'm sure he will go green with envy. So this was our day out at the Auto Expo, a day of launches, conferences and even some entertainment. And what really pleased me is that not only the number of launches but also the quality of the launches. And I think this year you customers are going to get a wide range of cars to choose from, and that's something to look forward to. Catch us again next week on the Auto Expo special, and we will have some more for you from this year's Expo.